Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? Today I have a new solo money guide for you guys on GTA Online. This guide will show you how to make $4 million in one day, all solo. To demonstrate that it's completely solo, I did everything in this guide by myself. I had no help, and I did not even want people to protect me. Now for this guide, you will need a nightclub with the best businesses linked. Hanger, coke, meth, counterfeit cash, and a bunker. You will not need to use the extra businesses, just have them linked to your nightclub. The bunker, however, we will use. You will also need an import-export warehouse and 3 CEO crate warehouses. The size on these warehouses, it doesn't matter. If you want, you can also do this guide with 2 warehouses, but I find that it works the best with 3 warehouses. Also, if you have a terabyte, you don't need it for this guide, but if you have a terabyte, it will help you greatly. It'll make everything a lot easier. So now let's get started. The first thing that we are going to want to do on this guide is we're going to want to go to our nightclub and we're going to want to assign our technicians to produce cargo and shipments, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation. These are the 5 best ones. Your nightclub will be producing no matter what while we're doing other things in between. Now what you can do is you can go AFK on the security cameras. I like doing this a lot, if you're going to sleep the night before, it's a really good idea to go AFK on these cameras. Make sure you disband your CEO or your MC before you go on these cameras. And like I've said so many times, don't worry about your consoles overheating. The next-gen consoles are meant to stay on for long periods of time. I left my PS4 on for 4 days once. Nothing happened. Now, the reason that we go AFK on these cameras is because the nightclub will be basically producing all night. So it'll be producing all night. Then when you wake up the next day, it'll have plenty of stuff, but we'll still let it produce. Now, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but this is where a huge chunk of money can come in. And you don't even have to do this when you go to sleep. If you're going out or if you got homework or if you got something else to do and you can't play, just sign into GTA, go AFK on these security cameras, and your nightclub will produce. If you are on the Xbox, make sure you turn off your idle options in the setting, because if you don't have your idle options off in the settings, you can still be kicked. But going AFK on these cameras is a pretty good idea. You get a lot of money pretty quickly. I always sell my nightclub every day doing this method. Now, what are we going to do in between while the nightclub is producing? Here's what we're going to do. Now, what we are going to want to do is we're going to want to buy full supplies for the bunker. And buying full supplies for the bunker, the advantage of this is that the bunker will produce in the meantime while we're doing other things. And buying one batch of full supplies, $75,000, that'll produce $140,000 worth of guns that you can sell for $210,000 in the city. And it will always be one delivery vehicle. It'll take around 2 hours and 20 minutes to produce, so make sure you guys also keep track of time when you're doing this guide. To see when 2 hours and 20 minutes passes, sell the bunker. So now let me show you guys what we're going to be doing in between while our bunker and nightclub is producing. We're going to be sourcing CEO crates 3 at a time to 3 different warehouses. So we're starting off here at the West Vinewood warehouse. Doesn't matter on the warehouse, these are just the warehouses that I'm using for this video. But for the most part, when you source 3 crates, you're going to get a vehicle. You're going to get a van, some kind of vehicle to deliver the 3 crates in. But chances are, you're also going to get these drop missions. These drop missions can take a little longer. You're going to be going across the map. You got to make an individual drop each time, go back and forth 3 times for each drop. These can be a little more time consuming. So if you have a vehicle like, the Buzzard or the Thruster, in this case, I personally really like the Thruster. I think it's very helpful for CEO crates. It'll make this guide a lot quicker. So this is going to be doing in a 1 hour period. This what I'm doing right here, this took me around 66 minutes to do. So very close to an hour. You can get even under an hour if you have some easier missions. I had some really long missions here, so I had a bunch of crate drops in here. Didn't really have that many vans. So right here, we delivered 3 crates. Right after that, we're going to go back to our terabyte. We're going to source 3 crates again. We're going to Darnell Bros. We deliver the crates here. Here we got a van, and it's delivered. That's in the warehouse. Now we're going to head back to our terabyte, and we're going to source crates again. Here I got unlucky, and I got a 3 crate drop, but we did that, delivered it there. And you're going to want to source 9 crates in total to each warehouse, so 27 crates in total. So we're going to have 9 crates in warehouse 1, 9 crates in warehouse 2, 9 crates in warehouse 3. And the reason that we're doing with 9 crates, because when you sell 9 crates, you're always going to have 1 delivery vehicle. So right after that, we're going to do an import-export mission, source a top-range car. And to source a top-range car, you'd have around 10 standard and 10 mid-range cars in your vehicle warehouse. Then you will just be sourcing top-range cars. So here I sourced a Reaper. We are going to be sourcing 2 top range cars in 1 hour, and I recommend doing this and the crates in a very small lobby. Do it in a lobby with at least one person in there. You don't want it to be an empty lobby, because if it's an empty lobby, you will have NPCs spawn and shoot up the car during an import-export mission. I was doing this in a very small lobby, but then somebody left. It became a solo lobby. I took $6,000 worth of damage there, but I still sold the car for $94,000. We're going to go back to the terabyte here after we sold that car, start sourcing crates again. Here I got a crate drop, but we delivered it. And the reason you want to be in this small lobby is also so that people don't mess with your crates. You know, you don't want people coming after you, messing you up during your crate delivery missions. So just keep doing this, you know, keep sourcing your crates, and go up to 27 crates in total. We want 9 crates in each warehouse. So 9 crates in warehouse 1, 9 crates in warehouse 2, 9 crates in warehouse 3. So that's 3 warehouses filled up with 9 crates, 27 crates in total. Just keep doing it. See right here, buying more crates, delivering it to the warehouse. This is doable in 1 hour. You might go a little bit over an hour depending on what kind of missions you get. If you got a lot of these drop missions, you will go over an hour, but it is doable in an hour. So close to an hour or a little bit over an hour. Filling up those 3 crate warehouses to 9 crates each, it will take about 9 missions. So 3 missions for each warehouse. Again, remember, purchase 3 crates at a time. This is the most effective. This took me 66 minutes to do, plus getting the 2 top range cars and selling them. So right there, delivered it to that warehouse. Now here we're delivering it to our second to last warehouse. And remember, make sure you spawn the terabyte. If you're using a terabyte, spawn the terabyte before you get into the warehouse, because this will help with the timer a lot, because the timer on the terabyte is 5 minutes. So you spawn it right outside the warehouse. This will be very quick. You can just go right up to it and just start sourcing crates. So there we delivered it to our last warehouse. And here we are getting really close to an hour now, and we are sourcing 1 more top range car, delivering it to our warehouse, and selling it. So it is possible to fill up these 3 warehouses, 9 crates each, 27 crates in total, and getting 2 top range cars and selling them. It is possible to do in an hour. Close to an hour, might go a little bit over an hour depending on the missions you get, but it's definitely possible to do in an hour. So right there we sold it. Now let me show you guys how much money we get from selling all these crates. Take a look at this. Now we are going to start selling all of our warehouses, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into a really populated lobby, a 30-player lobby. And some people are probably wondering, are you crazy? Do you really want to sell in a populated lobby? Yes, and I'll tell you guys why. As I've said before, you get a 1% bonus. We're selling for $126,000, those 9 crates. It's always going to be 1 delivery vehicle. That's why you want to go to 9 crates. Don't go over 9 crates, because you're going to have more than 1 vehicle. So that's not really doable solo. I guess it is doable solo, but it'd be a lot harder. It's much better with 1 vehicle, a lot easier. You don't got to worry about more stress with more vehicles. So we're delivering this, and the reason that we're in a 30-player lobby is because of that 1% bonus. It's selling for $126,000, which means you get a $1,260 bonus per player. That might not seem like a lot, but think about it this way. If we're in a 30-player lobby, $1,260 per player, take a look at this. Instead of selling for $126,000, we sold it for $157,500. So we basically made a $31,000 bonus right there. And we're going to be making that bonus with the 3 warehouses. So that means that we're going to be basically making a $93,000 bonus on top of that for selling in this populated lobby. Now here we are going to be selling our second warehouse for $126,000. We already made $157,500. We're going to be selling that again also in the same 30-player lobby. And when you join these big full lobbies, you can get an idea of what kind of lobby they are just by looking at if people are killing each other. If people are killing each other like crazy, you might not want to sell in that lobby. Also, I recommend selling in a free aim lobby, because free aim lobbies, while I'm not saying you're not going to get attacked, they're generally more peaceful than auto aim lobbies. People in free aim, they tend to mind their own business a lot more than in auto aim. In auto aim, a lot of people, they just shoot on sight, shoot anybody they see. Free aim, while you also get shot at for no reason, people tend to mind their own business a lot more than auto aim. Trust me, I've played a lot in free aim, played in auto aim in the past. Free aim is much more peaceful. So now we're delivering it, getting a $157,500 again for that. And if you're worried that somebody is going to blow up your stuff, because I know some people are going to worry, they're going to say, is it really worth the risk if somebody's going to go after my stuff? You can activate Ghost Organization if you want. That'll be around $12,000, so you still will make a little bit of a bonus there, but I personally recommend just trying to sell in that lobby. And if somebody goes after you, you know, if they try to destroy your stuff, what I would do at that point is I would just close your application. Just close your application or find a new session. You'll still get the majority of your crates back. You will only lose 1 crate. So out of the 9 crates, you'll only lose 1 crate, and 1 crate that'll cost $2,000 to replace. So I personally think it is worth the risk selling in these populated lobbies. if somebody goes after your stuff, just close your application. I sold basically 6 warehouses here. So I did it for those 3 warehouses, then I filled those 3 warehouses up again. And out of those 6 sales that I made, I only got attacked once. It was by a passive popper, and he was attacking me specifically because I was a YouTuber. So, I mean, I don't think that you guys are really going to get attacked that much. I closed my application and got that 1 crate back, and I sold it again. So, again, if anybody tries to go after your stuff, just close your application, find a new session. You'll still be at 8 crates. You can just pay $2,000 for that 1 single crate, get it back, and then just sell it in the lobby. You still make plenty of money. So we are already at $315,000 from selling our first 2 warehouses. So right now we're selling our 3rd warehouse, 9 crates also, delivering it, got a boat mission here, and we go from $315,000 to look at that, $472,500. We also got $157,500 back. That's the max that you can get with the bonus. So look at that. And to show you guys how much money you can really make in this, I started filling up my warehouses again right after this. Sold 2 top range cars, fill up those 3 crate warehouses, started selling them again. So take a look at this. Let's see how much money we can get. Later here, we're selling the same warehouses again. So we sell our first warehouse. Look at that, $157,500. We're at $630,000 already. And also, guys, here's a tip. You can do business battles also in between. I didn't really talk about them here in this guide because I was just focusing on doing the crates and the 2 top range cars in 1 hour. But if you also see a business battle spawn, take advantage of it, you know. Deliver it to your nightclub. You deliver 2 cargo or 2 product. You know, you get around $20,000 in your bank. You also fill up your nightclub faster. Here we're already at $909,000 in our nightclub. And, you know, that was because of going AFK the previous night and also playing that entire day. It's producing while doing all the crates and all the import-export. The nightclub is going to be producing. Here we move on to selling our 2nd crate warehouse. Delivering it up here. Had to fly all the way up to Toledo Bay, but it was fine. Look at that. $157,500. We're at $787,000 in cash right now. So now we're going to be delivering our 3rd warehouse. Deliver it right here. We got to kill a few enemies. Let me just skip forward past this part. Killed all the enemies, drop a sticky bomb at them. Look at that, $154,000. A few people left that lobby, so the bonus shrinked a little bit, but still, plenty of money right there. We're at $942,000. And I also wanted to say, you can get these special crates. They will spawn occasionally while you're doing crates. I had 1 special crate spawn. The assistant will call you and let you know when you can purchase a special crate, but if you're sourcing crates that day, you know, you're doing this method, chances are you're also going to have one of these crates spawn, so make sure you take advantage of it. Here I had to pay like around $20,000 for that crate, and I got $105,000 back. These are not affected by the percent bonus, so it doesn't matter how many people are in the lobby. And now what we're going to do is we're going to sell our bunker. We're selling the bunker. And again, remember, this takes 2 hours and 20 minutes to produce. So the bunker is going to produce in 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's going to produce $140,000 for guns. You sell it in the city, that's going to be $210,000. You're going to get a bigger bonus back here, $2,100 per player. So we're selling it right here. And look at that, we got $235,000. And the bonus, the max you can get is $262,000. The reason that the bonus wasn't that big here is because a lot of people left the lobby. But you could always sell these. They will always be 1 delivery vehicle. Just buy that 1 batch of full supplies for the bunker. Let it produce. When you start selling it, you know, buy another batch. Let it start producing. Every 2 hours and 20 minutes, go and sell this. You can sell this twice a day. If you're playing for around 5 to 6 hours, you can definitely sell a bunker twice a day. Now, the last and final thing that you want to do when you're about to get off for that day, you want to leave this to the end, is the nightclub, because the nightclub will always be producing no matter what. So you want to sell the nightclub at the very end when you're about to get off. That's the best time to sell it. So here we were selling it for $913,000, and we're selling this in a populated lobby also. So that's going to be a pretty big bonus. That's going to be around a $9,000 bonus. And look at that, $994,000. So we can pretty much round it to $1 million there. So you can get $1 million from the nightclub, you know, doing that AFK strategy, you know, going to sleep the night before, leaving it on, doing some business battles in between, do this strategy also with the 9 crates in those 3 warehouses, source 2 top range cars in that hour, and then sell it in a populated lobby. You can make plenty of money. Let's go to our calculations here. Let's see how much money we got. And here we are at our calculations. And this can be doable in an hour. It's going to be in an hour or a little bit over an hour, depending on the kind of crate missions you get, but you can do it in an hour. So look at that. We do 2 top range cars. We get 1 top range car. We invest $20,000 in it. Sells for $100,000 so long as we take no damage. So we get around $80,000 in profit there. 2nd top range car, also $80,000 in profit. And now the first crate warehouse, 9 crates, $54,000 invested, $18,000 purchasing 3 crates. That's 3 missions. We sell it for $126,000, but there's the percent bonus. Sells for $157,500. Now, warehouse number 2, 9 crates again, $54,000 invested. Sells for $157,500. Warehouse number 3, same thing, $157,500. We get a total of $672,500 in that hour, and if we subtract $202,000, that's our total investment. We get around $470,500 in 1 hour. The sales were not part of the hour. The sales are when, when we gotta go looking for another session, but you can do all of this in an hour. You can source those 2 top range cars. You can fill up those 3 warehouses. If you're quick, use the terabyte, use a fast vehicle like the thruster or the oppressor. You can definitely fill up those warehouses in the hour and collect those 2 top range cars. Just find another session right after that. Might need to play around with it with a few different sessions to find that good session, but it will be worth it because we get basically around a $93,000 bonus, so $470,000 per hour. Let's move on to our second calculations now. Let's take a look at the bunker and the nightclub to see how much we can get from that. So right here, looking at this, one solo bunker sale, $75,000 invested in full supplies. It sells for $210,000 in the city. You get a $2,100 bonus if you sell it in a populated lobby. We can get $262,500 back. That's the most that you can get. I know I got around $235,000 during the sale, but that's because a lot of people ended up leaving that lobby while I was in the process of selling it. But $262,500, and it's easier. A lot of times, these missions for the bunker, they're easier than the crate sales, because the crate sales, you got to take the plane all the way there. Chances are you can get a good mission. Just hopefully you don't get the Merryweather one or the Dune FAV one. But if you get like an Insurgent or you get like a Phantom Wedge, just drive it to 1 drop and you're done. Pretty easy to sell a bunker. It'll always be 1 delivery vehicle, so long as you don't go over $175,000 you don't go $175,000 before you sell it in the city, because when you go past $175,000 in the bunker, that will be 2 delivery vehicles. But $140,000 turning into $210,000, that will always be 1 delivery vehicle. So keep it at that level. I wouldn't recommend going past that. Now, 1 special crate, this, you could possibly get it or not get it, but I decided to factor it in because I ended up getting it in that same day. So 1 special crate, I paid around $20,000 for it. I got $105,000 back. If you do a lot of crate missions, I notice you're much more likely to be called by the assistant. So if you're doing a lot of crates, the assistant will probably call you, tell you that you have a special crate mission. You can go pick it up. Make sure you pick it up, sell it. Always doable solo because it's 1 crate. Very easy to sell. Missions are probably going to be even easier because since it's a very, very small shipment, just 1 crate, going to be a very easy mission. And these, you don't get a bonus back for this one. A lot of people get confused. The special crate mission, you don't get a bonus back for, only the regular crates. Now, the nightclub, you can definitely get $1 million in 1 day. I usually sell my nightclub every day. I get over $1 million in that same day. So nightclub, you do that AFK strategy that I showed you guys, you can definitely go over $1 million in the nightclub. So let's just say you get $1 million. I had $994,000 in the nightclub, but definitely possible to do $1 million in the nightclub. So let's add it up all up together now. $1 million plus $525,000. The $525,000, that's $262,500 times 2. That's the solo bunker sales. 2 of them. You can definitely do 2 in 1 day. It takes 2 hours and 20 minutes for the bunker to produce on 1 batch of full supplies. So definitely a possibility to sell 2 in 1 day. And then we're going to add up $2,823,000. Now, where's that number coming from? That's the per hour method that I showed you guys earlier. You know, those 3 crate warehouses selling 9 crates at a time, 27 crates in total, plus the 2 top range cars in 1 hour. That's $470,500 per hour. Now, let's say that we do this for 6 hours. You know, when I get a lot of time to play, I'll play between 5 to 6 hours. So $470,000, 6 hours, $2,823,000 plus $105,000. That's so long as we get some kind of special crate. You know, chances are, if you're doing a lot of CEO crates that day, you're going to get one of these special crates to spawn. So I thought I would just add up there. Get $4,348,000. But we subtract $170,000. That's the supplies, plus how much we purchased for the special crate. We get $4,283,000 in 1 day. So it's definitely a possibility to make $4 million from this guide in 1 day. You could possibly even go up to $5 million, you know, if you're really pushing it. I could definitely see that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this guide. Any questions, post them down below. I'll try to help as many people as I can. If anybody's confused on anything in this guide, please post a question down below. I'll try to help as many people as I can. I hope that I explained everything clearly there. If you guys enjoyed the guide, drop a like. If you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe. and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.